Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about 5 brands you need on your radar for 2026. We saw some of these brands in 2025 make way with some great pieces throughout the entire year, so I'm excited to predict what I'll be wearing in spring from these brands and then also summer. So I hope you like it, and let's get into it. The first brand I want to talk about is Aflalo. So the founder of Aflalo is also the founder of Reformation. I believe her name is Yael Aflalo, and Aflalo was started in September of 2024. They opened their first brick and mortar in New York City in November of 2025. I own a pair of denim from them, and I think that this brand is going to be known for high-end denim. Instead of buying the Kate Danielle jeans, I think people are going to be buying denim from Aflalo. The one pair that I own is going to be the Bronte jean. I'm 5'7". They're a little bit long on me. I need to get them tailored maybe an inch or an inch and a half, but I love the fit. I am partial to high-rise denim, and these are the perfect high-rise for the where they hit on my torso. I wouldn't change a single thing about them aside from the length. And then there are 2 other styles. I'm going to be looking down at my laptop, but I'll have pictures on the screen that I love from this brand. So the next style is going to be Orwell, and I love it in deep truffle. I have a pair of brown denim in my wardrobe already that I bought years ago from Reformation. I haven't broke it out in a long time, but maybe it's time. And these I can definitely see myself adding into my wardrobe in 2026. And then the next style is going to be the Miller jean in deep rinse. So these are high-waisted. I like the look of these. They look almost nostalgic to me, like I would have bought these back in 2009. So this is going to be the last style from Aflalo I'm going to be talking about, but I think we'll be seeing this brand quite a bit in 2026, more so than we did in 2025. For the next brand, I want to talk about Bode. So this is an American luxury brand that was founded in 2016, and I know them specifically for their bags. I was looking at holiday attire, and I could not stop adding their beaded clutches to my wish list. And then one that I talked about previously in another video was this tote. So this is a brown suede tote, and then it's lined with a different color of brown leather. This has been on my wish list for so long, but their beaded clutches are local pickup only, which I love. So in my New York trip this next year for 2026, I will be going to the Bode store and seeing if they have any of these in stock. And I think it's a great way to add some color and some fun into your wardrobe if you definitely veer more towards just basics, like just the floor tanks. You have your solid pair of denim that you wear every single day. I think this is a great way to add some personality with some of their bags. And you'll see that in a lot of their clothes. I don't look at the other items as much on their websites. I love their shoes, but the other items such as like their trousers and then their shirts, they're out of my price range. But when it comes to bags, these prices I maybe could see myself justifying, if not maybe in a couple of years. But this is something that I plan on owning one day, is a Bode bag. For the next brand, I want to talk about Róhe. So this brand, it gives off a very quiet confidence, elevated minimalism. We saw it quite a bit in 2025, and I think it's going absolutely nowhere for 2026. They released some new pieces that I see coming soon on the website, but I believe I saw them you could purchase them on My Teresa today, and I want to go over some pieces really quick. So the first item I want to talk about from this brand is going to be the corduroy relaxed trousers, specifically in the color red. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of. In my last video, predictions of trends, we talked about bright hues, pops of color. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that done in pants like this. So these trousers and then everything else is pretty minimal and understated, just a basic tank, nothing that's screaming at you, it's just the pants. If I bought these, I would buy them in the color night, and then I would probably size down just so they aren't as baggy, but I love these from that brand. The next item is going to be these mid-waisted trousers. These don't look mid-waisted to me, and I'm a high-rise girl, so I hope that these would fit more on the high-rise side, but I love these in the color navy. I am really looking for adding in some statement, go-to, like perfect fit, like made for me trousers into this new year, and so these ones are definitely contenders, but I love these in the color navy. So the last item from this brand is going to be the off-the-shoulder wrap cardigan. I think that this is beautiful. The only thing that makes me a little bit weary is the pin closure. A part of me feels like that could break in the future, and I would hate if I spent this much money on a cardigan and I couldn't wear it anymore. I'd have to figure out a different way to close it. I would love this more if it just had a tie with the same material from the sweater. Nonetheless, I think that this is great. I saw this on Leandra Medine's Substack, and I love the way that she styled it with a scarf. I think it was this last week, and then this is now available on My Teresa, I believe as of today. The next brand I want to talk about is Kallmeyer. When I think of Kallmeyer, I always group it in with Róhe, and I believe I found out about those brands similar timing in 2025, and I do think that they both follow that elevated minimalism like line with most of their items, and so I think that's why I grouped them both together, but I wanted to do them back to back in this video. And there are going to be two items from Kallmeyer specifically that I wanted to talk about. This skirt is the first one. I had mentioned that I'm looking for minis and maxis to wear quite a bit in 2026, and this skirt I think fits that perfectly. It's in linen for the fabric, and I think that it's beautiful. I mean, it's something that I could definitely see myself wearing in the spring and summertime, and so this was the one item from their 2026 runway that I could see myself adding into my closet. Next is going to be printed scarves from this brand. I love the way that the model's wearing it here, and then I could also see myself doing the draping trend that I talked about in the last video. I believe it was the last video, but turning this into a halter top, and I think that it would be perfect, a way to do that trend, but also a multi-use item in your wardrobe. So the last and final brand I want to talk about, I know I'm butchering this name, but it's for luxury handbags, and it's the brand Métier. I love their private eye. I love the pendulum. I think we're going to be seeing this brand a lot more when it comes to people buying maybe their first luxury handbag. This is the brand that I would look to adding in my first luxury handbag, specifically the private eye in the regular size. I also love it in the slim, and then I've read a lot of posts on Reddit about people loving the large size for work. So the Market Weekend Tote is another bag that I see sold out quite a bit, but I love this style. I think it's very chic. I would love to have this as an everyday tote. And then also their Ease Clutch. I have mentioned this in quite a few videos, but in the size 20, 22, 28. But this is a brand that I think we're going to be seeing more of in 2026, specifically their private eye bag. So that is the last brand that I think we'll be seeing quite a bit of in 2026. Let me know if you have any brands you want to add to that in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.